looks like we're up. Alright guys, welcome to the 6th stream of building the game Oblation, Prince of Corruption. Now if you aren't caught up, we're creating a game which is a classic top-down style RPG. This is made with the Godot engine, and this is going to be my studio's first official release. Now it's going to be a full story game that's actually going to be based off of a book called Oblation, Prince of Corruption. If you want to check out the book and then also help us out by wishlisting on Steam, you can click on the link attached to the chat or in the description. Now we're trying to hit 1,000 wishlists on Steam, so every little bit helps. So please, if you have not yet, go to Oblation, Prince of Corruption on Steam, scroll down, and please select that Add to Wishlist button. All right. Now, if you want to help out the development team a little bit more, you can, of course, obviously gift to the chat on YouTube, or if you want to go even further than that, you can go to our official website, redfoolstudio.com/toolsandgames/oblationinfo. The link is also in the chat, and you'll be brought to this page here, the title screen, and then, of course, the Steam link here, but also the book link. I highly recommend you read the book. It kind of goes well with the game we're making. It's like a dark fantasy adventure, kind of similar to like a Lord of the Rings, but more gory and just a darker style. But if you want to help the development team more, you can go to this Venmo here and support us. Any amount at all, you'll be added to an email list for any new features. And then if you want a custom NPC in the game, you can donate 50 or more for a specific character. Now this is a limited time thing and it's filling up, so make sure to do this if you want to do it. All right. But to give a little recap of what we have for the game so far, we are currently wrapping up the start area. This is kind of like the village that you spawn into and kind of learn about the world a little bit. You're going to be able to interact with a couple villagers here. You're going to have a simple style side mission where you just kind of meet people. Before you start the actual adventure though, you're going to be brought down here to the South Forest. The South Forest is going to be like our tutorial area. This is where you learn how to play the game. Now there's not going to be too much in here, just a couple different areas where you have to learn how to use your sword, your dashing attack, your hard hit, and then of course you get some potions and learn how to throw those potions, because the potions are not only going to be used for attacking, but also help solve some puzzles as you go through the world. You're also going to learn how to save the game for the first time. That's going to be here with Bellcross. This is this nice little frog guy here. You're going to be able to, of course, save your progress, but then you're going to have a little bit of the taste of the story. You're going to see a little boy kind of trapped in the ground up here, but you're eventually going to find out that it's a little boss battle. You'll eventually beat the boss battle, and then you'll learn a little bit more about this golden boy, because he's going to play a very big part in the story. Now, we might add something small in here just to add a nice little side quest. I haven't really decided yet. If you have any ideas, let me know. I think this area over here is pretty plain, so maybe we'll put like a little puzzle over there. The side quests aren't necessarily going to be important to the story. You don't exactly need to do any of the side quests, but the side quests will basically make your overall experience a little bit easier, especially when having boss battles, because the side quests will help increase your base stats, like your health, your base attack, and then also how much mana you have, because the mana is used basically when you want to throw things farther, when you want to use your hard hit, and of course when you want to use your dashing as well. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's jump right into it. Let's go back into the village. That's where we're working on here. So far we've been working on the side quest. Now again, this side quest is going to be this little baker here. You're basically going to go up to him and talk to him, and he's going to, hey, can you make some deliveries for me? I'll give you a really nice reward if you achieve this. So then once you start that mission, then you can go to any of the neighboring villagers, like this guy here. We just set it up to work. So go into him, deliver your baked goods, and then he'll go back into his regular NPC conversation. Now you'll have to find all the other ones as well. This house here will not have somebody you need to deliver to. You can still go in there, but that's going to be Carve's house. That's the guy, that's your elder, that's kind of like training you to get you going. Now you have these two lower houses here. Now these houses are going to be just like random people. So these will be the NPCs you'll need to interact with. I'll probably make the other NPCs inside of these houses. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then eventually we might add some more little fun stuff around the map. But so far though, I think we're looking good. All right, but let's wrap up the mission over here. We had to adjust a lot of different things for this. So let's go ahead and make sure he's saying the right thing. So we got to go to this guy here. We have his chat box 1. So 1 and 2 are going to be when you run into him when the mission started. So let's see what 1 says. I think I copied it from another person. Always a joy to see faces from the capital. That's what we're saying in the festival because we have a copy of these guys up here. So what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to adjust what he says here. So let's go ahead and go into our chat box 1. Let's go into, let's see, chat text. Yep. Let's adjust a couple of these things. So let's say something like, thank you. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, for the delivery. I am very hungry. All right, cool. So that's what he's going to say. Thank you for the delivery. I'm very hungry. Let's go ahead and do the next one. And then he compliments the baker. 2, 3. The baker is why I moved. 1, 2, 3. Moved here. From the capital. Okay, let's get here and let's adjust that. The baker is why I moved here from the capital. Cool. Okay, and then let's get him some normal text. This is the original, but that doesn't make sense because he's in the village. So we could give him kind of like a weird little thing to say about the village. This village is so peaceful. I don't think this village is so quiet. From the rest of land. Perfect. Okay. Yep, this village is so quiet from the rest of the land. Nice. Okay. That's going to be his default text. Perfect. And what we want to make sure to do is we want to make sure that this triggers correctly. So basically, we're not going to see the first 2 texts until we get over there, because when we do, it should automatically set what we need done. So we can test that theory out by simply going to here, playing the game. Okay, game starts. We make our way downtown. We go to him first. Let's see what he says. Whoa, we need to fix that. That looks really wrong. I think there's a reason why we did that. That was to set things. But we're going to fix that. Okay, it doesn't like that. Why? Equals 0. Side mission. The reason why that's doing that is because we're not looking at the first one. It's going to be the same thing for below. This is why we're testing it, to make sure that we don't have these little issues. I think with that, it should fix it. Maybe not. This is going to need to be the same thing. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's try it again. Then we got to fix the ground. I don't know why the ground's above that. It doesn't make sense. It's probably because we put it as something else. So, okay, let's go ahead. So we should get the basic text first. We don't get any text, actually. I think I know why it's doing that, because we turned it off incorrectly. Okay, let's double check that. Side mission NPC, UI messages, turns on. 1, 2, 3, okay, not that issue. I think what's going on is when we attack him, to do open pages, I think it's not initiating this. So what is the reason for that? Let's see, completed side mission 0. It's not thinking about this technically. Are we starting at page 1? No, we're not. We're starting at page 0, which doesn't make any sense. That's why it's not opening up. Okay, let's try it again. I really hate how we're walking on top of this. Let's fix that, because that is definitely not correct. So why is that happening? Let's double check. Should be ground. But that we should be working. Let's see. Oops. Yep, good. We're on top of it. Okay. This village is so quiet from the rest of the land. Okay, so that's good. We know we haven't started the side mission yet. But it still crashed. Why? Because this is why. We keep forgetting to put the array there. Okay, put the array there. Do we need it anywhere else? No. Okay. One more time, and I think it should be okay. Let's see how this works. Okay, we're moving. I love having the dash. I think the game would be obnoxious without the dash. Like, I get it, it's annoying that you have to, like, dash your way everywhere, but without it, we would be so slow, I think. This village is so quiet from the rest of the land. It doesn't connect. I think I know why that's not working. Close all pages, blah, blah, blah. Why does close all pages not work? Because we're only closing one page. We need to close all the pages. Okay. I know, I think we made this in a rush last night, so that's why there's all these little things. But once we do this, this should be set, I think. We might need to adjust this for different kinds of side missions, but I think this one will not be that bad. Okay, let's try this. Alright. Yes, perfect. Okay, doesn't do it again. Perfect. Okay, now if we go start the mission, we should get the correct one from this guy. Well, we didn't, because we keep on forgetting that we're looking at an array inside of an array. And let's double check that, because I bet I did that somewhere else too. Yes, I did. I did it in all these other spots. Okay. Okay. Same thing here. All right. And one more. Perfect. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I think we're good with that. Let's try that again. And make sure that he says the right thing when we run into him. Okay. Good morning, Luciano. It is a very important day. Oh, we never changed this. That's why. We're gonna have to change that. But either way, I think it is the correct one. So it should play the same one. Maybe not. Let's double check. So if our mission started, he should say the second thing. So that's not working correctly. Okay. But it's also going to be really hard to tell if we don't set up it for this guy. Alright, let's set up the baker's text boxes. Okay. Baker. First text box. Okay, no, he doesn't know me, I don't think. Or if he does, he's not going to say my name. Hello, young man. Do you mind? I don't know how long it is. Hello. Hello, boy. Let's say boy. Do you mind making some deliveries? I don't like how long that is. I need it to fit correctly. Hello, young man. Do you mind making... Hello, young man. Do you mind doing some... Do you mind doing some deliveries? Hello, young man. Can you make... No, do you mind making some deliveries? I guess that's okay. I don't hate it. Just don't like how long that is over there. What up, Mad? How's it going? What's up? What you got going on tonight? Make sure to get your shield. Indie game creation? Well, you should check out my channel. I got the full free course. You just have to hand them. What is that? Crite? I've never even heard of that. Is that an engine? Never heard of that. This is using Godot. Don't even know how to code. Oh, animation tool. Yeah, the only animation tools I use Pascal for the pixel art stuff, and then I use Blender if I want to make 3D art stuff. I've never heard of that one you're talking about though. But if it's free, then all for it. I love using free tools. That's true. Interesting. Is it for 2D art, or are you going to do 3D art? Yeah, I like 2D a lot, especially pixel art, but I'm eventually going to teach a whole curriculum for 3D game development, so I'll have to learn it pretty soon. I already do some of it on the side, but I'm going to try to teach a Blender course for beginners, probably. But it looks really cool. 3D you can do some really cool stuff with. But I'll do it eventually, it just takes a little bit of time. Yeah, 3 would be cool. I'll do it eventually, though. Oh, that'd be a cool name. Is it for a game or just like an art animation thing? You should join the Discord and send me a link to it, and I'll check it out. Yeah, join my Discord and send me a link to it. I want to see it. Board is not good. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's gonna be the first step. But you'll get it, you just gotta stick with it. Alright, whoops. Looks like you delivered them all. Great job. Oh man, thanks for letting me know. Why does it do that? Oh well. I think it's all. Oh, I didn't know it expires. Maybe I set it to expire though. Oh man, I don't think I can change that right now. I'll change it once the stream's done. I'm gonna stream for probably 2 hours and then check back up on it. I didn't know it could expire. You can also contact me through the main website. It should be attached to the pinned message on my on the chat. There's like a contact page. I'll repost it though if you send it to me. If you have the concept art done, you gotta get the concept art done. If you are gonna make your game full though and make it cost money and you want to put it on Steam, you definitely should get your Steam page up as fast as possible because collecting the wish list takes a while. Looks like you delivered them all. Great job. Which one am I on right now? That's one. Now please follow me to the south. Here's your... That's pretty cool though. Yeah, you should put it on Steam. And then if you, I don't know, I'm gonna make this game mobile also. I just think it's kind of fun to have a mobile game because then you can like whip it out when you're like with friends or family and show them like instantly. But I don't know what your game's gonna be like. Is your game gonna be able to be mobile also, you think? Oh, a console. This is your first game on console? That's pretty cool. I didn't really think about putting a game on console, honestly. I just don't think it's like... I'm like, you know, I like indie games, but maybe if the game is successful on... if my game is successful on Steam and then mobile devices, I'll definitely put it on, like, console if I can. I just don't know. I feel like it's expensive, because console fees are like $1,000 for the build kits, I'm pretty sure. At least from what last time I checked. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Here's your reward. Oh no, did I change the wrong one? No, you know what? Yeah, it's just super expensive to put on console right away. Because even like the Nintendo build kit I thought is like $2,000. And then it's like $1,000 for Xbox, and I don't even know what PlayStation is. But Steam is cheap, it's like $100. And then if you want to put it on Android, it's $25. And then Apple iOS is only like $100 a year, which is pretty cheap for, I don't know. I think it's pretty expensive to put it on Apple, but most people have Apple phones in the States, so if you want to show it to your friends who have iPhones, then that's the way. But then again, I don't know what your controls are. Like, what kind of game it's going to be. But Steam would be dope. Steam's like the go-to for most games. Yeah, well, you can even put it on somewhere for free on itch.io, but the problem is if it's on itch.io, you'll really have to market it, because itch.io doesn't market your stuff that much. So that would be the free way to do it, but Steam is pretty good. Thanks. I can't pronounce your name. But yeah, looks really like purpley. I like the base color of like purple for this game. I think it's really cool. Right now I'm just adjusting the NPCs a little bit for the bake. Alright, this one is like, looks like you delivered them all, great job. And this one's gonna be like, here's your reward. Problem is I did this one before the last one. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna paste that on number 6. Yeah, I bet you could. Just do a bunch of commissions, you know? I would ask for a commission from you if I was on my 3D stuff, but I still have 3 more 3D courses I'm gonna remake before I start working on my 3D courses. I have 3 more 2D courses to make before I start working on my 3D courses. I think my 3D courses are gonna be insane though, because there's not like a lot of good 3D courses for Godot, and I have probably the best 2D Godot courses currently. I have like over like 100 hours of learning material for it, and my beginner ones are always free. But once I do 3D, I think it's gonna be crazy how many people are gonna take those, because a lot of people want to do 3D before 2D, which I think is kind of a little weird. I think you should always do 2D stuff before you do 3D stuff, because it's really hard to do 2D when you want to make it look less blocky. Unless you're just really passionate about it. If you're really passionate about your 3D stuff, then you should do your 3D stuff. But as for beginners, 2D I think is the way to go. But if you're really passionate about your 3D game, then you should do your 3D game. Save, because anytime I forget to save, I always mess things up. That was a huge help, young man. I appreciate it. Probably sounds better. 1, 2, 3. I appreciate it. Okay, perfect. Now that sounds way better. Okay, so you're going to say that, you're going to say that, and then once you finish the mission, you says this. I don't like how close the health is to my X button. Very true. Yeah. I think you could make something. Like when I was young and before I could start a company for it, I think I wish I would have started really early, because the earlier you start, the easier everything gets. Like I've been making courses for like 4 years, but if I started making these game courses and also my own games, I would be like way, way better. That's awesome. Yeah, game development is pretty fun. And most of the stuff you can learn for free. So very busy. Okay, that's going to be good for that. All right, so let's try this again. Oh yeah, Metroid games are pretty fun. I like the Game Boy ones a lot. Those are my favorite. Hello, man. Do you mind making some deliveries? You just have to hand them to all the neighbors here. Once done, I'll give you a very nice reward. Okay, he does his thing. This village is so quiet from the rest of the land. You know, it would be way better too, considering he's baking still. I feel like it would look weird. Like, I think, do these guys go sideways? Yeah, some of these people I'm gonna have to force the position, I think. Like after, like they face you when they're talking to you, but then when you're not talking to them and you close out, they should go back. Because that looks really silly if I do this. Yeah, that looks silly. I don't like that. But especially him, because he's like working the whole time. So let's fix the baker. And I'm gonna make this a dynamic thing. Export. Var. What are we doing here? You don't have to create a whole soundtrack if you don't want to. If you use its.io and you find commercial free use things, you can just do that. Like I'm not making my own music. Absolutely not. I'm not even making most of the art. I'm making some of the art when I need it. But you can use commercial free use stuff. And there's like whole soundtracks and everything. I feel like if it's just you making the game, unless you're just really passionate about making music, then you shouldn't make music. If you want to make games, then you should make the game part. Even the art, honestly. Alright, add export. We're just going to call this snap. Snap B. And this is going to be a bool. And I can make this dynamic, probably. I think I can make this dynamic. Snap. Snap B, and by default this will always equal false. And then we're also going to go ahead and we're going to put snap B POS for position. Capital string. And by default equals nothing. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, if you're passionate about adding that into your game that way, then I would do it. It just depends on, you know, what parts, because like you don't want to spend like on your first game, I wouldn't spend like more than a year making it, you know. If it takes more than a year making your first game, unless you're just really passionate about it, I wouldn't do that. I would, you know, try to make something feasible. Because usually what happens is you make one whole game, and then the next one you can make way better, and then the next one way better, and then once you feel like you're really comfortable with your skills, then you can really make like something huge. It's kind of like the rule of making like 2 small things, 1 big thing, 2 small things, 1 big thing, you know? Like even this game I'm making right now looks big, but it's really not that big. It's going to be pretty repetitive, I think. I'm not going to be adding too many crazy features in it. Maybe a couple puzzle features, but nothing crazy. It's a very static game. And I kind of regret making it so big to begin with. Like this is, it got really big, like, but it's luckily not too difficult to make as big as I'm getting it to be. But anyway, yeah. Be careful, because you don't want to make it so complicated and big that you're just never going to finish it, because then it's really hard to do something you like and never finish the things you start, you know? That's why it's always good to do what's in your means. Like, you should always shoot above and beyond, but at the same time, you don't want to do that to the point where you give up on your dreams, you know? All right, snap back position. Where's interact? Close all pages. Close all pages. Close all pages. Where's the close button? Because that's the one I care about. Close button. Close button. It's this one. Okay. So we need these guys. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna say if snap B equals true. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to set the position based on where we're going. So we're going to take our little animation. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a crazy hour, but if you think about it, if your whole game is going to be 10 hours, that's like 10% of your game is going to be that puzzle. You know what I mean? But if you're only going to have like I don't know, you gotta like plan it so it doesn't get super complicated where you give up. It's gonna be idle up, I'm pretty sure. Idle up, okay. And we're gonna take Baker. Okay, now how can we test this correctly? I'm gonna have to test this with forcing. First, let's make sure that works now. All right. Hello, young man. You want blah, 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 blah. Yes, perfect. See, that looks a lot better if I do it like that. Especially with the guards and stuff. Like, does this guy go back? I don't think I used the same thing, but we can just add that real quick. Yeah, that's in map. Man, you're really thinking ahead in this game. That'd be cool, though. Just be careful, though. Don't overwhelm yourself. Guards. Guarding. Okay. What is this script? Is it NPC? It is NPC. Ah, okay. So, we're gonna need side mission, same stuff. NPC. Okay, that happens, and then we're gonna go to yes, same thing. I don't think I would deliberately put anything to help speedrunners in, because if you think about it, like, you can put Easter eggs in the game, but like the whole speedrunning glitches weren't made for speedrunners. It was just made because it was like a glitch in the game someone found. Like, I'm assuming if people play your game enough, they'll find like little glitches for it. So I don't think that's something to have to plan for, if that makes sense. Like, my game will probably have that. I don't know where, but it probably will. Okay, we're gonna do just image sprint. I guess. I feel like if you want people to speedrun your game really badly, then you would want to put like a global server that tracks it, so in game you can see who has like the highest one, if that makes sense. That'd be cool. I like the boss thing. Oh my gosh. I wonder why I didn't ban that message. What? Well, I'm sorry to hear about that from Ben, but I don't like that message. That's sad though, if you're telling the truth. You should have hashtagged out what you said a little bit, right? Yellow fool. Okay, global NUI, false. Okay, yellow fool. Yeah, I love Easter. I have an Easter egg. I'm not going to tell you guys the Easter egg, though, that I'm going to put in this game, but it's going to be, like, sentimental, because the whole point of this game is based off a book, and me and the author know each other, so me and the author have, like, a thing that was, like, sentimental to us a long time ago, so we're going to have, what do you call it? We're going to have, like, a little scene in it. It's going to be hard to find, though. It's not going to be impossible to find, but it's definitely going to be tricky to find. Like, for mine, it's not going to be like a random wall you walk through. It's going to be like, there's going to be a wall, I think, or something, or like some kind of area that you clearly can go through. But you have to do something kind of like difficult to do that, if that makes sense. Okay, guarding, we want them to go down. Idle D. Yellow fool. Blue fool, green fool. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Okay, snapback position on for these guys. What's the idea? This one's gonna be, I think, idle left. Idle right. Okay. What's the idea? That's funny. That reminds me of, like, I think something in Stardew Valley, right? They have, like, when you go to, like, the witch's hut, you have to fight the doll. That's really hard to fight. 100 times would be crazy. You just make it like be not like it seems like it's not impossible to defeat, but it actually is. But at the same time, if they do defeat it and it's really hard, they get like a crazy reward for it. I like doing that. I like having like a nearly impossible thing for a player, and then they do it, and then it's like crazy then. Okay, what was I gonna do? We fixed that snapping thing. We need the force and make sure we can end this and get what we need out of it. So let's do that with some little magic. What are we doing? So we know that that's gonna set that one to 1. So we're gonna set all these to 1. I think we're gonna have more than just that many NPCs. 100 times would be crazy though, man. Like you would have to fight him over and over again 100 times, or like what's the context? So that's not working. So that should work. Or if I go up to him, oh, you know why? That would be interesting. That'd be wild, though. How do I fix this guy? Okay, so he's not playing the correct mission. It should be this one. I don't think I'm setting that correctly. Did I not set NPC goal? Ooh, I don't think I did. Yep, I didn't. This is 1. That's why. NPC goal needs to be 1 for it to work, I think. And the side mission is 0, that's fine. I don't know why. Why am I setting it to 1? I think I know why. Hold on. Yeah, that'd be wild. I feel like it's fun to drive your players crazy. Because that's ultimately why they want to play it, though, is like to keep them thinking. Okay, that's wrong. Should not be saying that. Huh. Let's double check that. Yeah, we got really problems here. Okay, so. He's should be repeating the first one every time. Baker, why are you playing with me? Okay. Does this one. Completed side missions. It's gonna be 0. Let's see. What's the title? The last word of the title? That's cool. Warrior. I like how much you thought about this game, though. That's awesome. Okay, that's wrong. This is completed side missions equal 1. This is actually not going to change at all. If it's 1, completed side missions equal 1, then that should not change at all. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I like the name Cynthia. I think that's pretty cool. Is it a female character? Give me some background on the game, though. Like, is it going to have a story, or is it just going to be a bunch of challenges? I love when there's a lot of lore in a game. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff that you like gets deep. Yeah. I think a heavy story game is really cool. Like, I really like story games. Like, some of my favorite games are like Kingdom Hearts and then like Knights of the Old Republic. Anything with a lot of lore in it, I feel like is really cool. No, he didn't deliver the ball. Why does he think I delivered the ball? Oh, he is such a nut. Okay. The problem with this is I'm starting the side missions. That's wrong. Okay. If it equals 1, it's playing on this one. But yeah, a game with a lot of lore is really cool. It's gonna do this if it equals 2. Or, you know what would be better? No, I think it would be better if I go to 3 with this. This equals 2. And this equals 3. Yeah, you mean concept name for the character, or do you mean concept name for the whole game itself? Yeah, well, the warrior part is cool. I think that sounds like a very strong title name. Because, like, I don't like games that you just... Like, I don't know. There's, like, some games that are cool, but, like... I don't know, like, Kingdom Hearts. That sounds really cool to me. You know, like... I don't know, Age of Empires. Or, like, something that sounds strong, I think, gets audience. Like, this game called Oblation, Prince of Corruption. Like, I like the word Oblation a lot. I think it sounds really, like, strong. So if you have like a strong word in there, and it's okay if you need to colonize it too. Like if you like, the whole game's name is not, well, the whole game itself is Oblation, Prince of Corruption. It's not like, you know, just Oblation, which I think would be kind of, because then you can like extend it to other games too in the future if it takes off. But yeah, it's fun like coming up with the art for it and then the title and everything. Yeah. Yeah, I think female character in games are pretty cool. It's just cool if you do it correctly, you know. Like, I think one of my, I don't know, like, I feel like if they made a game, I don't know. It really just depends on the game. This guy better not give me another piece of text I don't care about. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now that it's that, I know I'm at 1. So if I'm at 1, and then I should go to this guy. Thank you for the delivery. I'm very hungry. Well, now I know why, because I never connected to the next button. Okay. See, this is what we're doing. You're fixing all the problems. All right. So I think the baker is almost ready, but the problem is the side mission NPC. Still causing issues. The button closing is not working. Button close is not connected to the correct one. Yeah, that sounds really cool though. I like the name Cynthia a lot. I think it sounds cool. You know what? I don't even think I connected the next button either. I think all these buttons are messed up. Connect to the next button. Did I add the next button? Oh no. No, I did. Okay. Yeah, what's the motive of the game? Is it like stopping an evil person? Is it finding the truth? Is like, you know what I mean? There's a lot to think about. That's why I like making this game, because it's based off a book, so I'm not really thinking about the story too much. I'm more thinking about like, how do I gamify a story? That's why I think it's better to start with a story, and if you like the story, then you can, you know, gamify it. So, you know, I don't know, unless you just find a really cool game concept. Now, hopefully this will work. NPCs are really hard to program. Like, it's just annoying, because everything's like triggers, especially when you have missions. But the whole point why I'm doing all this with the NPCs is I want to force the player to have to go interact with NPCs, not just rush through the game if they want to get like cool upgrades. Oh yeah. That's cool, stopping the void, I like that. It's a cool idea. This village is so quiet from the rest of the world. Perfect, that works. Blah, 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 deliver the goods. Thank you for the delivery, I'm very hungry. Why does the button not work? Because they even should flash this. I don't know why the button's not working. Weird, let's double check where the button is, because that's probably the problem. Okay, next button. What? Yeah, the button is like behind it. Why? Why? Or is it just tiny? Yeah, the button's like all the way over here. I have no idea why. I knew there was a problem with that. Why is it huge, too? What the heck? Look at this button. Why is it so big? Yeah, that's okay, though. You can always change your mind at early development. Just don't stress yourself out. Oh, my goodness. Did I do that wrong? No, I thought I was inside here. What? Now I'm at Templar? What is happening? Okay, hold on. Something's happening. Okay, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Same thing I bet I did wrong with this one. Just want to make sure the button is set correctly, because that was really strange. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, that one looks fine. I don't know why that other one was so crazy looking. Okay, let's try it again. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. The baker is why I moved here from the country. Okay, now if I talk to him again, he should only tell me the other one. And he talks to me about nothing. Perfect. I'm not sure what I did there. Okay, so let's fix the side character again. Alright, here we go. Side mission 0, perfect. NPC goal is 1. So, doesn't like this one. Why? It's not doing it if it's based on, okay. We know it's not going to be based on this, because that only happens when he doesn't have the mission started. The other alternative is if it equals 2. 2 means the mission is, I think it's if it's complete. Which I think we changed that, technically. Global completed side mission 0, blah, 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 equals 2. We just know if it equals 1, it means the mission started, which is good. Okay. But this is going to mean that his part is done, so that's going to be here again. 1, 0 equals 1. And NPC goal. I don't think we ever set it to be NPC goal, and I think that's the problem. Is we never set to say, hey, NPC goal now equals this if you did this. So, what we could do, chat box 3. It's this thing. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna force it to equal those two things. One, it started. Two, it's gold. We know it already started, so we don't care about that. But what we could do is after this one, set it correctly. That'd be cool. I like the idea of like transforming into what you use. I think that's cool because like that's something that you don't see a lot, you know? So I think you would probably get a lot of hype for that, especially if you make it look really natural. And like, and you can make it like fun too, where it's not just only weapons and stuff. You can make it like turn into really cool like side things also. I think. But if this is your first game, man, I would totally try to maybe, though, be careful with the 3D, because I feel like 3D is going to be a lot. You could, this idea sounds like you could totally do it in a 2D, like, platform style, like something like, you know, simple style like that would be really easy, too, to make. Try this out. Boom, boom, boom. So he first talks like this. You know what? This is not going to work. I know why that's not going to work. It's because... No, it is. It is going to work. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Start the mission. Then we go talk to him. Thank you for the bread delivery. Okay, then we want to talk to him again, and we got to make sure that he... Man, why is he not saying anything? Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, we get through the second mission. NPC goal now equals 1. I think the problem is it's no longer equaling these things, because it equals 1. What should be happening if this happens? So we know it's not doing this one, and we know it's not doing this one, which is great. We don't want it to do either of those, but we want it to do this one. Side mission equals 1. Okay, and then this thing, NPC goal, should equal 1. I just don't know what it equals. We're gonna have to print these out, I think. Because after we do it, it should print it out. Because we know we're getting to that point. We're going to print. Because that should equal 1. Which we know is good. And then we should also equal this one to 1 because I'm setting it in the original. So why is it not setting it correctly? Okay. Talk to him. Do the thing. Okay, good. We want that to be 1. Why is the other one not setting it to 1? 1 and 1. Okay. select them again. 1 and 1. But it's not making that one active for some weird reason. What? It was doing it before. It doesn't think... Oh, you know why this is doing this? Is because we're not resetting it to 1. That's why. Okay. So I was doing it correctly. We just weren't resetting it to 1. That'd be cool. A little aggression in the game is nice. Yeah, we're not resetting our pages to 1. That's why this thing is being silly. So I had to remake this. Because it doesn't know what to do because it's not on page 1, so it's not opening up. But I think that means it's working correctly now, though, which is nice. Alright, let's rock and roll. Blah, blah, blah. He gives us the delivery. Thank you so much for the delivery. Very hungry. We go back to him. Oh, perfect. Okay, sweet. So that's what I wanted. But now, I never changed it, but we need to change it to where we can do this. Okay, so now that we have the mission completed, which we should have the mission completed, it should say, thank you for delivery, and then give us whatever we want for the little trinket. Yeah, it's cool though. I like the game idea though. You should do it. It's pretty fun. Okay, what are we gonna do now? We need to fix the actual NPC guy, so the baker. Okay, so we got through mission 1, we do everything there. Now we need to initiate that it equals 2. Now how do we initiate that it equals 2? Probably when we close out of these guys. So if we get a side person, yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. Now this one's tough because I can't make this very dynamic for this part. I don't get it, but you said it's gonna be 3D. Maybe I'm not thinking about it the way you are, but how can you make it? Oh. I don't know. I think you could still do it. I don't think that's something you should worry about. Oh, yeah, you did. 2D, I don't know. 2D would be easier, like 1,000% easier to make the whole thing in 2D, I think. Just because it's like one less physics area you need to worry about with the Z value. So I think it would be probably best. Plus it sounds like this is one of your first games, so I would do 2D just so you can, make it the way you want and you don't need to worry about learning 3D stuff. Because 3D stuff will take a long time to learn if you have no idea how to do 2D stuff. Also, back to Baker. Yeah, I guess we'll do it in Baker, because didn't I don't know if I made this dynamic. I think I technically did. No. I don't know. Yeah, 2D is the way to go. I think it is. Okay, we need to make this dynamic somehow. That's not going to be overly complicated. Maybe, can I make an array? Add export again. Var. And then we're going to say array, goal array. Goal array. Perfect. Goal array. And I don't know if it's going to let me do this. It might. Just kind of strange. Yeah, it will. Okay, perfect. All right, so we know that I don't care about the first one necessarily. The goal array is to have 1 for the first one because that means we started the mission. That doesn't matter. What did I set the size for? 0. I set it for 4. Perfect. Yeah, that'd be funny. Find ways for them to like make fun of you while you attack them or something. That'd be kind of cool. Why won't let me do that? Oh, it's a string. No, it's okay. So if it equals 1, we started it. And we accomplished that one. Perfect. Okay. Okay, good. Love it. Yes, okay, goal array. Perfect. If if goal array equals the cooldown. Yeah, that'd be annoying. Like I have a boss battle where his cooldown gets slower and slower every time you use him. Every time you attack him, basically. Goal array equals that. If that's the case, then we're going to set our completed side mission 0 value equal to 2. And then what we're going to do here is on close, if that equals 2, which we know we set, then we're going to equal to 3. Because I don't want it to play it over and over again. That should make it work. Eventually though, we're going to have to, on 2 and close, we're going to reward the guy. Yeah. So we're going to do... Yeah, we're going to do that. If 2 equals that, then we'll reward him right here. Perfect. And if it's 3 equals that. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of hyped about this game, man. You got to get to it. Why does it not like this? Come on. What? Why is it not like this? Oh, mixed tabs. What did I add? That's what they did. Perfect. Okay, let's save that. 2D. Start current game. He does his job and he's gonna keep doing it. Perfect. Wait, whoop. No, we messed this up. Oh, come on. Why does it do that? Should only be 1 line. here. Looks like you delivered them all. Great job. That was a huge help, man. That was a huge help, man. I appreciate it. Here's your reward. It will help increase your health. So very busy baking. Baking is an art, you know. Okay, that's funny though. The first one doesn't reset it. That's so weird. Why does the first one get messed up? Okay, what in the world? What did I not add here when it does its first box? Start 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm not losing my mind, right? I was going down. All right. Let me double check the shoe. Okay. So we talked to him. It's gonna keep lowering it, which is super weird. Yeah. Yep, it's lowering. Why? It did this before. Huh. Let's see. Maybe it doesn't think it's 2 lines. Because I had that issue before. Shoulders. Okay. Let's double check what we got going on here. Start typewriter, var label. Alright. Something's happening on close. That's not right. Close all pages. It doesn't think that we have 2. And that's very strange. Because it should be auto-correcting it like it is, but it thinks that there's not 2 lines. Why does it think that? Typewriter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know why? I think it's because of this one. I don't think I have a 7, do I? No, I have a 7. Very strange. Because it should be reconnecting it. Line count. It doesn't think it has 2 lines on that first one, which is super odd. Because if I go to Baker, maybe I just didn't add it correctly. That's totally 2 lines. I don't know why it thinks it isn't. Super weird. It's the only person that's doing it here, so I'm not sure. Helling man, do you mind making some deliveries for me? You just have to hand them to all the neighbors here. Once done, I'll give you a very nice reward. Yeah, see, it goes down. I don't know why it's going down every time. It's readjusting it. I thought I fixed this, though. It thinks it has a 1-liner. It totally doesn't, though. Okay. It totally doesn't have a 1-liner. Why does it think? I don't think it has any 1-liners in the whole thing, too. Maybe it thinks that... why? It thinks that I don't have an enter. But I definitely have an enter space. What? What in the world? what if we... I think what we should do is just force it to do it in the first place. Because this is like dumb. If I do it this way, it's going to get messed up with the code. I don't understand. Alright, goal array. What if we just do... What up, Matt? What we're gonna do, we were gonna set a variable for 2 lines and just do it this way, because the other way is kind of dumb. Now, I'm gonna have to change a lot with this, though. Well, actually, this one doesn't matter, actually, because this one's in side mission. Let's take side mission. Let's change this and just save. That should fix my issue. Yeah, this doesn't matter. Who cares? Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take carve, not carve. And then 2 lines enable to all 8 viewers. Yeah, it says 6 for me. Everyone's just watching in silent except you, Mad. You're carrying the crown. I know, I thought it was gonna be much busier today. I guess I did start kind of late. I usually start a little earlier. Good, okay, so it's not going down. Is it going down? It's still going down. Look at that. Why? It literally is still going down. That's hilarious. What? Don't do that. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm a knucklehead. It's because I made this like that. Maybe, I don't know. Let's try it. No, that totally... Wait, what? See how, like, it went back? No, that is so dumb. Okay. It should be doing that before it starts typing. Why is it doing that? You know what? I think it is true. I think it is supposed to be false. Yeah, because it's going to vertically align it. I don't know. This was dumb the way I did it to begin with. I should have done it based on the text I wrote in the first place. And I wouldn't need that typing effect thing. Like, for instance, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, when I don't type it, it's not going to have an issue. The only issue I had was when, like, that's fine. Problem is, it's going to add it now. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's like moving it down. Yeah, well, that's what it's doing. I'm pretty sure. That's what, if you can see, it's like go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Problem is, it's like my alignment is screwed up because I wanted to have a quick fix for this, and I messed it up based on how it was being done. I I did it based on finding or whether or not it has an enter in the text to begin with, but for some weird reason, it still thinks that it's a one string. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't think we need to reset this either. I think what's happening is it's doing this, which I don't think I need. It needed it for another person, but this one wasn't that bad. Also, this is silly. It's working everywhere else, but this one dude. Like, that's what I want. Is he gonna stay? We're gonna find out. Nope. Oh, lordy. You know what? Because it's only in one script. Let's just get rid of it. I just hope it doesn't mess up the other ones, because I'm not using this again. Yeah. That'd be fun. Okay, well, that's just... Oh, you know what? I know what it's doing. I need top set. That's not gonna work, is it? How is label come? Oh, label's right there. Oh no, I'm totally gonna add sound for that as well. I'm gonna add sound like for everything basically, but I just didn't add it yet because I thought it would be annoying to stream while that's happening. Man, this still sucks. Why does it suck? At least it doesn't move anymore. I just need to lower it just a little bit. I don't know why it's so messed up, because it looks fine when I just think the problem is when I'm doing that, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just silly. I should reset it afterwards. I had a really nice thing going. I don't know why I got so messed up. Because it should be set top, but keep the direction of it. Like, let's take it here. I don't know why just this one's getting messed up. But yeah, I'm totally going to make text, like, kind of like the Undertale style. And then, of course, when you like interact with stuff, I just thought it would be annoying while streaming. There we go. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. Is it still going down? Ah, it's not resetting. Man, you know what? I'm not gonna even play with that anymore. I know exactly what I need to do. I need to set vertical alignment to top and move it down by 20 points. This is driving me crazy. Vertical alignment, top. And then the layout, I just need to add 20 for Y. And that'll fix the problem. Probably got to do this for each one too. That is so annoying. I should have done this to begin with, but I just set it up wrong. I know, it's in the back meowing like crazy. Left top, left top, left top. Well, did I move down 20 though? Probably not. I'm gonna do this for the other ones, I think. It's just annoying to change because I already have a bunch of NPCs. There we go, left top 20. Left top 20. Double check this one. Left top 20. Left top 20. Perfect. Okay. Two more. Left top 20. Left top 20. Perfect. That'd be cool. Just like a fun little side thing. Alright, now please fix my problem. It's too high up. Maybe it's 40. I don't really know. Why is this one so messed up? Yeah, that's totally not right. Yeah, they look pretty cool. Man, what is up with this? Because if I go to another NPC, let's go to side fishing guy. I think side fishing guy works fine. Yeah, but that's centered. I just don't know. It's kind of in the middle of it. Kind of like a couple pieces down. I just don't like how the other one's like doing it so weird. I don't know why the other one's so messed up. Alright, we gotta figure this out. I'm just gonna move it down. This is so annoying. I gotta do that for all 7 of them. Yeah, what in the heck? Yeah, there's a lot of keyboard stuff. So what if we just save the positioning to whatever that is? So if I go to transform, that one's done. Yeah, Yeah, someone finally talked. I cannot pronounce that name though. What is this name? Someone finally said something else. That's... What's up, man? How are you doing? Till it cursed? What do I need to do? What did I do? Yeah, that'd be confusing. But I bet people will try to figure it out, though. You could do that for, like, all the text. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, this better work now, because that other way was perfect, and now I gotta make a whole new way. Yeah, what kind of game is he making? Yeah, it's hard to do it. I still work a job while I do this. But, you know, you find time for the things you care about, I think, at the end of the day. You know? I think this one's lower. I don't even know. I think it's fine. But yeah, you just gotta put in, like... I feel like if you can put an extra 30 minutes a day into something, making games, studying something, then you'll eventually get to the point where it becomes like, you know, enough of a reward. Like, I don't think I started, like, I would say, like, really figuring out all this stuff until I was doing it for almost like 2 years. It just took a while because no one really tells you how to do it. Like, people can show you how to make a game, but how to, like, make it sellable and also, like, interesting enough where people will play it. Well, that guy didn't work. Okay, so now I gotta fix that issue. And I think I know what the reason is. Yep, so he says things. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, it didn't do the thing. Yeah, it should have said something. I know how to fix that though. Yeah, marketing, I found the best way to market it is to just, like, put yourself out there. Like, I have an Instagram page, I have an X page, I have a bunch of different pages for this stuff. Like, you just have to put a bunch out there and then be consistent. And then even live streaming, I've found this is great. Like, I hope you guys are all wishlisting my game right now on Steam. But I've been getting a lot of wishlists just because of the live streaming. Just because it's nice to, like, feel a part of it, you know? And then just, like, cold calling, messaging other developers to wishlist your game. It's actually not as hard as you think. Okay, so we have a glitch when we come back to him. I know what that problem is. The reason why he's not doing this. Thank you. catch you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. Start typewriter. That's why. That's awesome. Yeah. You should tell them all to wishlist my game. Share my game on there. I need some more wish lists. I would appreciate it. I have my own Discord set up now. I just keep on forgetting to like make the invite be like all the time. I just always forget and it messes it up. Okay, but the reason why it's not going to play page 1 is because now we have a mission that's set to 2 or 3 actually. I think we set it to 3. Okay, yeah. Or we have so many ors here because it's not even going to be set to 2. This is the craziest statement. I should have made this a match. I didn't think it was going to be this big, to be honest. So that's not my fault. That should fix my issue. Aw. Yeah, I'll shout out your stuff once you can message me it. But yeah, you should shout me out. It'd be awesome. And this game is cool because it's not just a game. It's like based off a book too by another small author. We're like collaborating together. Wow, I need to fix the collisions on this. There we go. Now it works. Wow. See what I mean? They're all getting messed up now. Something really... It used to not do this. I wonder if the other ones are messed up too. It used to not have this issue. But if I go to all these guys and they all start going down... Like, that one's fine. So what am I doing differently? Maybe it's doing it because I'm going different directions. No, yeah, this is so weird. Because look at this. Yeah, what in the world is different with these guys and then my guy? This is so weird. Okay, what is happening here? Because it should just be doing the same thing. Maybe I like didn't copy everything. Very strange. You know what? I bet it's this. I bet it's this. I didn't put this in for everyone. Oh, that would have saved me like 15 minutes. What? That's silly. No, I totally added that. What in the world did I not add in here? This is so weird. I think what's going on is... I think it's just screwed up because the way I did it is different. Come off it. Again, I could just get rid of the whole thing. But then I have to manually adjust everything. What? I just don't know what I did that screwed this up. Because this looks the same as what I did. Yeah, that'd be cool. Wonder if I called it chat text. I probably didn't. No, I didn't. This is gonna be a big mess, I bet. Now it's working. Why wasn't it working before? I think I just copied the code wrong. I really do. It's just unnecessary code, though, to be honest. Thank you, over. Very hungry. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh well, now it's not making a quote. That's really annoying. And now it's gonna mess it up. Okay, good. It's not going down anymore, but it's totally not texting the last one. Label 3. It's because I didn't label them all. That's why. There we go. Yep. Here we go. Okay. Yep, he's gonna talk normally. Oh yeah, that'll be fun. I like when people collaborate, make, you know, fan art or whatever for it. That'd be awesome. I'm hoping this game will be done though in the next like month or two, I'll be honest. There's just a bunch of small things I keep getting into that keep screwing it up. But to be fair, it looks like it's going pretty good. See, it's doing it. Look, it went down. Why did it go down? This is so odd to me that it does that. See what I mean? It's almost like when I get to the X button, it resets it, but it doesn't type it out. Close all pages. Yeah, I don't really get what is... Oh, here's what's... No. Start typewriter. I don't know. This is so weird. Wait, it was working perfectly fine the other day. That'd be crazy. Start typewriter. Start typewriter. Page 1, page 1, page 2. I am just shocked at why this isn't doing what it needs to do. I have a feeling it's because I'm not waiting. Huh. That would be interesting if it's a timing issue. But it's only when I complete the mission, though. That's what's strange about this. It's only when I complete the missions when I have an issue. What to do? Alright, good, good, good. And if I... Yeah, see when I go too fast, it doesn't do it. That's so wild. But I bet if I let it play through, it's gonna do it then. This is just nonsense. Yeah, I think it's a timing issue. Okay. Nope, not a timing issue. See, but it's like lowering my text every time because I know why it's doing it. It thinks it's a one line of code. But I think... Yeah, very strange. I don't get why it's doing that. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I knew there was a dumb issue. Maybe I need this. What do you mean programs? This is just Godot. Use a GD script. Maybe get visible line count will work. Problem is I don't think it's visible. Ba-ba-ba. It still can't find the line. Why? Very odd. Just keeps adding it. It's not resetting it. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's because I'm only doing this to chat box 1. I should be doing this to chat box like 2 and 3. But that doesn't make sense because it's already doing it to 1. What? Yeah, it's like not resetting it for some really weird reason. Huh. I think I know why it's doing that. Because that was chat box 3 the whole time, so it's only resetting. That makes so much sense. So I would have been able to... Oh, I didn't even need to do that with the old man one. That's annoying. Okay, so that's going to work now. That was so dumb. Yeah, because that's why it was working for all the other NPC ones, because there's only one set of text, so I need to do that for each one for it. Man, that really is annoying. But anyway, whatever. We figured it out. That was tough. Okay. That works. But now we need to have other NPCs in other areas. Okay, I like that one guy there. He's kind of cool. He's looking at the boat. What else we got? These 2 houses. We can make the other house basically Carve's house. Not Carve's house, but Village House 2 can be that one, and Village House 3 will be that one. I think Village House 3 will add something kind of cool in it. Village House 1 is just going to be a regular house. But yeah. Okay, let's figure this out. We're almost there. Tonight I didn't think I was going to get that much done. I have to work on making the new course soon. The intermediate course, I have a game I got to make for it that I definitely can probably get done today, if not tomorrow. It's a really small game, but it's going to have teaching capabilities in it for teaching, saving data. Okay. My music stopped playing. Nope. All right. Let's keep going, baby. Whew. Okay, what do we gotta do now? House. Spawn points. Now we need doors. That's Carve's door. We're gonna need another door. This one. Let's do door number 4. Door number 4. Okay. inside. Ville right H for house. We're also going to need spawn points. Outside Car's house. Outside Ville. Did I spell it Ville house or not? Ville right H. Ville right H. Outside Ville right H. Alright, Matt, I'll see you later, man. Good luck on your game idea. I'll probably stream tomorrow if you want to stop in and say hi. Today was a late day for me. Okay, we're going there. What else are we gonna do? There. What else? Inside Ville. Why did I spell it right with a goofy eye? Left. Did I do that with the other one? I did. That's silly. Okay. Inside Ville left house. Inside Ville right house. Perfect. Okay. I'm definitely going to finish this by tonight. I don't know if I'm going to finish it on stream, but we'll see. I want to get a mini clip out, like a mini dev clip out, so I can post it. Anybody think I should add something funny in here? Just let me know. Because I feel like that village is kind of dull. Like, I don't know. I could add some like rocks or some kind of grass you can like hit. But I'll have to see. I kind of like the idea of not having too much stuff that you can mess with in the beginning. But I feel like little things will be important, like rocks. I think we'll add rocks here eventually. Because we unlock a hammer that we can use to smash rocks. So yeah. We'll add some fun stuff eventually. But let's add that there. All right, for the house. Let's see how we can do that. We're gonna need Carve's house, and we're gonna duplicate Carve's house. Script scenes, there we go. Carve house, which I have open somewhere. Yep, Carve's house is there. We are going to duplicate Carve's house. And we're gonna call this Ville right house. Ville right H for house. And then we're going to open that up. All right, we can get rid of a couple cool things here. We're not gonna need this weird spawn point. There's only gonna be one spawn point here. Because spawn carve house is only for the cutscene. But we need the name of the house we had a second ago. Where's the village? We can close some things here. I don't think I'm gonna need cottage open anymore. Door. Sword slash. Fire potion. Even opening animation, we're chilling. Okay. Well, let's go back to village. We need the name for the door. A2. Build right house. Spawn point that, and then we also need to rename the entire name of this. Vil right house, and I'm gonna get rid of the word house. Keep H. Okay. We're gonna get rid of carve, but I might use him again later, so we'll keep him for now. What are we gonna get rid of in here? Huh. I needed to do something here. We needed to get the path to this. Vil rate H. Just so I don't spell it wrong. Take the name, copy the name, go to here, paste the name, enter. Perfect. Inside Vil rate H. Okay, but now we need to go to the village, which I think this is fine. We need to just say village one. Should we go to spawn points? Outside Vil rate H. Perfect. Let's take that. Back in here. Change it out with the door. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Okay, that looks good. We just need to adjust some things in the house. And then we gotta do the same thing for that, and then we gotta add the 2 NPCs. Now, I don't think I'm gonna stay on to do this. I think I'm gonna take a break and then I'll keep going. But I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. But yeah, we're looking good though. We're looking good. By tomorrow, I'll have a mini clip up. Hopefully, I can knock this out tonight real quick. And yeah, we're gonna be almost completely done with our first 2 levels technically, because technically the village is its own level, and it has its first side mission in it. I'm still debating if I want to add a side mission in the South Forest. I think it would be kind of funny to like have like a silly one, like right over here. But I'm really not sure yet. I'm kind of on the fence about it. It really depends. Like, I don't know. I'll ask people once the demo comes out if we should have a little side mission here or something. But I think for now I'm going to leave it as is, just because this is a nice training ground. Maybe I'll add little rocks or something. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining. Please, though, go ahead and navigate to Steam, and please wishlist the game. Oblation Prince of Corruption on Steam. We're trying to hit 1,000 wishlists before we release, and we're getting there, but we have a couple more to go. So please navigate to Steam, Oblation Prince of Corruption, and wishlist the game. If you want to help support the game, you can donate here on YouTube, or if you want to go even further, you can navigate to our official website, redpoolstudio.com/tools and games Oblation info. You'll find the link to Steam page here, and also you can select the book and go to where you can buy the book. But again, if you want to help the development out, you can scroll down a bit. You'll see we have an official Venmos for Red Pool Studio. If you do this, you'll be added to a voting list for any amount. If you want a custom NPC though in the game, then you can donate $50 or more. And this is a limited time thing. It's going to go away soon because we're kind of building up. But if you want that, please go ahead and do it. All right, guys. Overall, though, pretty great session. We got a lot done. I will see you guys later.